part 2. The first 4 20-minute recordings, he's told them, no, you should ditch this person, or no, you shouldn't do that. And then this person, and then he gives a clear explanation as to why. And if it's been 5 20-minute recordings, he's given them 3 20-minute recordings. Now, in those 3 20-minute recordings, he's not only given them the yes or no answer, but why and what's going to happen. And then you don't listen. And then after that, he does one final 20-minute recording where he's like, actually no, she's awesome. You should just, and then like sells it to the person. They should just listen. Or, they should go for that career, or they should do those particular studies, even though they've done this other stuff. Because they're clearly not going to listen, and then they're going to go after that, and then they're going to learn the hard way through experience, and then that's the lesson. That's just how they're going to have to, they're going to have to learn a lesson as to why, Even, or I think it could be an admixture of the fact that I was raised Christian, as well as being ADHD or autistic, but I used to hear, it wasn't outward, that's why I thought I was schizophrenic for a while, but it wasn't outward, meaning like it was all in my head. I always knew it was in my head, and I knew that no one else was talking to me, it was all in my head. But this passion, this drive, like I was like 100% certain. It all worked out okay. Because I would say, when the voice was here, this is God calling. Oh, this is the God of the Bible. The God of Isaac and Jacob. I'm just going down this bits here. And I'm telling you that I want you to go walk up that mountain. I don't get that now. I just know I have a desire to go do it, and I see it's like goals each day, but I used to be like, you need to go walk up that mountain. Sometimes it would say, I would always say, well done, good and faithful servant. Or it'll say, good work. And it would say, now I want you to go keep walking for another half an hour. And they'll walk that half an hour. And then it might say, I want you to keep walking for another half an hour. This is the test of your faith towards me. And if you do this, I will reward you with a pay rise, or I'd reward you with full-time employment, or, and then I'd listen and keep going. And then it will say, okay, it's time to turn on and go back. Hello, how's things? That's good. Nice day for a day. She's a lovely girl, I can tell. She had headphones on though, and it's like, she looked young, which is cool. You don't know, because I thought that I looked, for my age, but the thing is, some people think I'm in my mid-20s. But I'm actually 37 years old. And that's like, when I first meet them, they're like, what? Like, you're 37? We thought you were in your mid-20s. You look young. Other people say, nothing. It's either they say nothing, or if they find out my age, they say, oh, we thought you were in your mid-20s. Spirit of God, man. Yeah, as well as just fitness and health and So, what was I saying? Oh yes, and it would say, oh, well done, good and faithful servant. And it would say, would you still love me if I didn't give you the job? Would you still be faithful towards me? Yes, God, I'd still be faithful towards you. Well done, son. Oh, you didn't get the job because I got something better or something different or whatever, you know? But it'll always work out in the end. And I had other times, but not very smart. And look, the thing's over there. They switched it up. Damn it, they used to be able to hold on to it. Maybe like that. Can he make it? Ah, socks are getting wet. I'll go walk around here. So I can walk around this way and get the windows. Yeah, and then there was times where we like you got an hour. I mean, you need to walk 7 kilometers. Because there's been a spiritual message sent out into the airwaves, and some demons have possessed a carload of people, and they're going to be arriving at your house in an hour's time. But in order to be filled with the Holy Spirit, or the, God, send the message through the airways to stop them, or send angels to stop it from happening. You need to walk this 7 kilometers, and now that you know it's going to happen in an hour's time, you need to, you better run, because you need to run that 7 kilometers. It's going to be 3.5 kilometers one way. It's going to be you got to run 3.5 kilometers, and then you got to run 3.5 kilometers back. And then I boosted it a few times in my 20s, and I never took any drugs apart from alcohol. I mean, I drank alcohol, but this never happened when I was drunk. I was always sober. And then let's say I get back and I'm like puffing and puffing, and they're my parents or family, or if I was at a mate's place, they'll be like, what the hell? And I'll be like huffing and puffing. And then I'll explain it to them. So once I got breath, and they're like, what? And I said, by the way, look at my watch. I took note of the time when I left. When I got back, it had taken me 58 minutes. And the Lord will say, the angels went out there and caused a traffic jam, or the angels went out there and they took the sword of the truth. They took the sword of God and His word and sliced the head off the demons, and now the demons don't have, the demons don't have possession of these people anymore, so now they're not coming. Yeah. Well, the thing is, it's interesting. There was times when God told me, and then people to leave, and then you got half an hour to leave, or this person's gonna, and then I'd heard stories about carloads of people showing up at a party and then asking where I was real aggressively, and they say, why don't you leave God? If you weren't following God, you wouldn't last.